How to shrink a shirt. It can be frustrating when you have a shirt that you really like, but you can't wear it because it is too big on you. However, there are some ways that you can shrink a shirt and make it wearable. You can wash and dry the shirt in some hot water, spray the shirt with water and then toss it in the dryer, or consider getting some professional help from a tailor, seamstress, or dry cleaner. Method 1: Washing and drying the shirt. 1. Check the tag on your shirt. Certain types of fabric will shrink with heat, while others will not. For example, cotton and wool will shrink when you wash them with hot water. Your shirt might also have some specific instructions on the label about how to wash it to avoid shrinking. For example, the tag might specify a water temperature, such as warm or cool. By washing the garment in the opposite temperature, you may be able to shrink the garment. 2. Fill a sink with hot water. If the garment is cotton or wool, then you can shrink it by soaking it in a sink full of hot water. Allow the shirt to soak in the water for about 5 minutes and then remove it and wring it out. However, keep in mind that if the shirt is any color other than white, then soaking it in hot water may pull out some of the color. The hotter the water, the more the shirt will shrink, so use the temperature that seems appropriate to you. To get the water even hotter, boil a pot of water and pour it into the sink. If you want to wash the shirt as well as shrinking it, place a teaspoonful of laundry detergent in the sink. However, you will need to rinse the shirt in a separate tub or sink full of water after. If you are worried about affecting the color of the shirt, then you can also try soaking the shirt in cool or lukewarm water and then hang it up in a warm place to dry, such as near a heater. 3. Lay out the shirt to dry. After you wring out the shirt, lay the shirt flat on a drying rack and let it air dry. If you don't have a drying rack, lay the shirt flat on top of a dry, absorbent towel. Don't hang the shirt to dry. This will cause the shirt to stretch in the shoulder area. When the first side of the shirt is dry, flip it over and let the second side finish drying. Try placing the shirt in a warm place to help it dry faster and shrink up a bit more. 4. Place the shirt in the washing machine. If soaking and air drying the shirt did not shrink it enough for your needs, then you can also try washing the shirt in a washing machine on hot. To do this, select the white setting so that the washer uses hot water to rinse the shirt. If you're concerned about fading the color of your shirt, then you can add a cup of vinegar to the machine to preserve the color. The process of agitating the shirt may also help to shrink the shirt, so if you're concerned about adding heat to your shirt, you can use the permanent press setting or cold water instead of hot water. 5. Transfer the shirt to the dryer. Drying your shirt in the dryer may also help to shrink it a bit more. If your shirt has not shrunk as much as you want it to after washing and air drying it, then try placing the dryer on high heat. Use the gentle dry setting if you're concerned about how the fabric will hold up. Use the permanent press or regular dry setting if you want to dry the shirt as fast as possible. Method 2: Using a spot shrinking approach. 1. Fill a spray bottle with water. You can use a spray bottle to selectively wet a shirt and shrink it all over or just in certain areas. Fill up a clean spray bottle with plain water. If you're reusing an old spray bottle, make sure it is clean and free of the chemicals before you use it. 2. Spray the shirt lightly. Use the spray bottle to spritz the shirt on all sides. Dampening the fibers will help it shrink. Don't completely soak the shirt, or you may end up with a smaller size than you want. If you only want the shirt to shrink in certain areas, such as around the armholes, then you can just spritz the shirt in these areas. 3. Dry the shirt. Put the shirt in the dryer on the permanent press cycle and let it dry for 2 minutes at a time. Check it every 2 minutes and dry longer as needed. Remove the shirt from the dryer when it is completely dry. If the shirt was stretched out before, it should now be refreshed and ready to wear. If you want it to shrink more, repeat the process and use a higher heat setting on your dryer. Place a fabric softener sheet in the dryer with your shirt to freshen up the smell, too. Method 3. Getting professional help. 1. Take it to a tailor or seamstress. If a shirt is important to you, you may want to take it to a tailor or seamstress instead of trying to shrink it at home. A tailor or seamstress can take in the shirt based on your measurements and specifications. 2. Ask the dry cleaners to shrink it. Your dry cleaners may be able to help shrink a garment that is labeled dry clean only. If you have a dry clean only shirt that you want to shrink to a smaller size, then ask the dry cleaner if that is something they can do. Keep in mind that water is necessary to shrink a garment, so dry cleaning will not usually shrink your clothes unless the machine is leaking. However, your dry cleaners might offer a safe method for shrinking items without affecting the color and integrity of your garment. 3. Contact a knitwear specialist. For a valuable knit shirt, you might consider having the shirt unraveled and re-knitted to a smaller size. This might not be a cost-effective solution for less expensive shirts, but it might be a safer strategy for a designer label knit shirt.